What is the most important EU value?
Did I hear well? What is the most important EU value?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, yeah, okay, yes. How many hours do we have for the answer? Well, I think that there are several key values which make us work together. This is a glue, or sometimes I say that this the air we need, and we do not realize that we need the air. I will name several of them. First of all, it's the democracy and democratic system which is surviving more and more serious attacks from different sides. Then freedoms, freedoms that are guaranteed to everybody, including the minorities, freedom of speech. And I left as the last two, which I wanted to emphasize, peace and solidarity. Because, you know, when we appear in the time of war next door in Ukraine, and a lot of to say aggression, which is also rising in the EU member states, I think that to keep peace and to keep high solidarity is absolutely existentially important now, and we are doing all of that. As you see, we are helping Ukraine at the same time. We try to do everything to keep peaceful coexistence of people within the EU.
That's great. Thank you very much. So yes, freedom is one of the key values of the European Union, isn't it? Now we have Barbu from Victor Frunze Technological High School in Romania. You're very welcome, Barbu.
Hi, Barbu. Bună ziua.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you think the Schuman Declaration has achieved its primary goal, that of unity? Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I am convinced about that, because the aim of Schuman was to bring peace to Europe. And the idea was that those who become partners and belong to the same club do not fight against each other. And this has proved to work for 73 years now. And it's a miracle, because after the ashes, after the horrible war of the Second World War, when we see total disaster of Europe, after that war, we saw that the states started to cooperate again, and realize the idea of Schuman that the states should cooperate and not fight. So indeed, the plan has been fulfilled. Of course, in every club can be different opinions. It is important that in the end, EU finds a common solution. So whenever we deal with something, we try to find the solution. There is always a kind of compromise, which is not always easy to achieve. But on your question, Barbu, I am convinced he managed to prepare a good plan for Europe.
Brilliant, thank you. And this is why every 9th of May we celebrate Europe Day in memory of Robert Schuman. Now, we have a question from Mark in Quiche National School, and Mark is 10 years old.
Hi, Mark. Where are you?
Mark, it's coming.
Hi. Happy to see you. Hi, hello.
What is the biggest challenge you have faced in your career?
Oh my God, this is a difficult question. So many challenges, but I will tell you maybe two things. When you want to do politics, I am a politician. So some time ago, I decided to enter politics. You have to count with the fact that you enter very competitive area. we are competing. Of course, in politics, we are cooperating, but also competing. And sometimes more and more, I see also that it may be very hostile area. So you have to be stubborn, you have to be strong, you have to believe in what you are doing. And it's the second challenge. In politics, you have to have courage to do and propose unpopular things. You cannot be in politics to be loved. You have to count with more to be disagreed or even hated. But on the other hand, when you are authentic, when you are courageous, and you are convinced that you are promoting good idea, good thing, then you can overcome that. Thank you, Mark. Would you like to be a politician, Mark? Yes? Maybe. Let's have a tea one day and discuss it.
It's definitely a tough job, Mark. Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Is Carla online, Philip? No, right? Do we have Carla from
No.
Welskal Nami?
Not identified yet anyway. So
No.
we can skip and come back at the end if they don't.
Okay, we might come back to her. We have Sam on the line, but his camera and mic are struggling. So his question is of the European Union.
Yes, it will be simple. It's meeting people. And you could argue that you can meet people in any job. You can meet nice people when you are a teacher. I see a lot of nice people here on my screen. Hi again. But when you are on such a top position, you meet people who have influence, and you can cooperate with them on promoting good things for the people of Europe. And so meeting people, trying to get alliances, convince those who have the possibility to change things for the better. It's very, very, how to say, maybe the most favorite part of my work. And not only meeting influential people, but also everybody who should be heard, and including the students, including the pupils, because you know, my generation, I was born in 1964, in medieval times, my dear. But my generation is working on preparing the destiny for you, for young people, and to prepare for you Europe, where you can live without fear and in good environment. And so that's why it's so important that we are listening to you, and that's fascinating to be open for the inputs from the young generation. So it's the second thing: meet influential people, and then the citizens, and especially the young ones. It's a fantastic thing.
Brilliant, that's great. Now, Philip, I had the next question, but it's disappeared from my screen. So do you have Mr. O'Connor?
I have 6 demis on the screen, yes.
Oh,
so.
sorry, 6 demi, indeed, 6 demi. So we have Demi from, can you spot? Oh yeah, here. We have Demi from North Presentation Primary School in Cork, and Demi is 9 years old. Hi, Demi.
Hi, Demi. Hello.
Hello. What's your next step to improve the EU?
Oh, yes, another uneasy question. I think that we have to make stronger the things which are already strong. So I think that Europe should continue promoting the values like democracy and fundamental rights. Europe should continue to strengthen its economic power, and Europe should be better in defending. And also this is connected with the war which we have now in Europe. We have to invest more in our self-protection and in our security. And to improve Europe, I mean, it might be also making Europe bigger geographically, because we have, I think, 9 states which wants to join the EU. And I think that we should, under strict conditions, but we should welcome more states and being bigger, because it will also make us more important in the world.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Demi. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Now-
Demi. Thank you.
Bye. We have Mar from, oops, he's disappeared.
Mar has been having trouble with audio, so
Okay.
I've said that you'd relay the question if
Yes,
she can't find it.
he's just disappeared there. He had a bit of a long question, but it was, what was your first reaction when you were told you were?
No, we can say it. She can say it.
go
We're
ahead.
here.
Sorry.
Thank you.
We can't find you, but okay. Go ahead.
Hello, Mrs. Vice President. What was your first reaction when you were told to be the Vice President? Is it difficult? Do you regret your choice, or would you choose the same? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mar. It is a complex question. I will try to be simple. I will start with regret. No, I don't regret. And when I look back in my life, yeah, I am sorry about some situations when I did something bad to others, but I don't regret my decisions. What was my reaction? It was, wow, is that really me? Because, you know, I was born in a little town in Czechia in the east of the country. And many years I lived a really very ordinary, I would even say, ordinary life with a lot of obstacles. And suddenly I did this career. So the reaction was, wow, is that me? And the second reaction was, wow, the responsibility will be extremely big. So I would say power and influence has to always be completed with responsibility. And this is what makes the job also difficult, to answer your question in full.
Very good. Thanks a million. And we have Stefan. Is Stefan on the line?
Here.
Oh, hi. Okay, we're going to find you and we're going to spotlight you in a second. And have you found him, Philip? Student Alexandra Rakazan under the
Here.
Yes,
Here.
yes. Oh, you're just here. Sorry, I can see you at the top of my screen. I'm sorry.
See you,
There you are. There you are, Stefan. You're 11 and you're from Scoala Gimnasiala in Romania.
Yeah. Yes, but before I want to say something, the school before asked the same question that I wanted to ask.
Aren't you asking how can we as students contribute to spreading the values of the European community?
I don't know.
That's what I had down on the list. Do you want to ask a question? I'll ask the other question later. Do you want to ask another question to the commissioner?
Actually, yes. Do you regret your choice as being a vice president, or would you choose the same?
Yes. It was not fully my choice. I was appointed first by the Czech government and then by the European Parliament. But I think this is a fantastic, I think, peak of my career, and I do not regret it at all. But Alexandra, I have an advice to you. Yeah, if you want to ask something yourself, don't look at any list or some prepared questions. Be tough, ask questions, be interested, be critical. And so maybe you can ask me something else now.
I don't have other questions, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm Stefan, not Alexandra. Alexandra is my mom, but she uses Zoom more than me.
many greetings to your mom, Alexandra, and hi, Stefan. It was great to meet you.
Me too.
Brilliant. So we had another question, which I thought was very good for as maybe to close our discussion. How can we as students, young and a little bit older, like teenagers, contribute to spreading the values of the European community? What can we do?
Well, I think that it's for everybody to promote the values by the way you live, by the way you think. There is no one doctrine, so your thinking must be free. But at the same time, we have the values which unite us, and I believe that everybody who can do something, for instance, in the public debate or in selection of the job, there is a big spectrum of things where you can promote the values which you have to believe yourself in. Yeah. As a young person, I lived in the communist regime, and we had similar situation in Czechoslovakia, like in Romania and several other countries, and everything was indoctrinated. What you should think, what you should say, when you did not obey the rules, you could appear in jail. This must not happen again. That's why free thinking, free speech, courage to ask questions, and be demanding. Please be demanding. Ask the politicians, what are you doing? What are you doing for our money? Because I have an experience in the EU. You know, we are 27 states. The states where the citizens are demanding, where they ask questions, where they push the politicians, the life in those countries, including the quality of democracy, is better. So you have it in your hands, and thank you ahead for doing that.
That's great. Thank you so much for connecting with us. And actually, you know, you related your last question to freedom, which was our first question, and very much for giving those students an audience of such importance like yourself. It is very important for young people to be heard by people in position of power. So thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time. And we wish you all the very best in the rest of your work. And we're going to say a big thank you for those of you who are 11 and over. You're staying for a Europe Day Zoom quiz now that we're going to play. But we're going to say goodbye to Commissioner Jourova and
I felt so young with you. Thank you for that.
I'm just going to take away the spotlight and take a big, maybe Philip, could you take a screenshot of all of us here?
Yes, 1 second, lovely. I've taken away the spotlight, give me 10 seconds.
Okay. Big wave to Commissioner Jourova. And
thank you.
All good. Thank you very much, Commissioner. We really appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.